Hello, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to Copper Coins Original Roll Reveal number 475, a 1951D plastic tubed roll. I'm your host, Eric Beyer, filling in for the great Chuck Daughtrey. And I'll give it some time for some people to get in here, and we'll get this show rolling. How's everybody doing out there today? I guess we'll wait for some viewers to get in here. I show 0 at the moment. Hopefully we'll get a couple people to watch. I'm going to open up this roll here and get the coin situated. $1951D will be mostly looking for RPMs, and there is a really nice double die obverse. We have found those in previous roll reveals, actually. But let's get started here. Coin number 1 goes to Stanley. Let's see what Stanley gets. Stanley gets... Let me turn this light up a little bit. Looks to be normal around the mint mark. We will be looking at about the first 10 reverses unless we find anything interesting. Got nothing on the obverse here. And nothing on the reverse to be seen. Coin number 2 goes to Mike Birchman. Mike Birchman looks... It's normal on the mint mark and date. We got people coming in now. That's good. Normal on the eye. God we trust. Looks good. Hey, Carl. I replied to your email. On the reverse. Looks to be nothing to be seen. This is not the coin we're looking for. Coin number 3 goes to Eric. Hey, Blackhead, how you doing today? Everything looks good on that obverse. Do a quick scan of the reverse. And all is looking good. That's great to hear. Coin number 4 goes to Penny Hoarder. I'll be doing this reveal and the next reveal, which is a 52D roll, And the last 3 reveals will be done sometime tomorrow before the auction. Don't want to forget about that either. Should have a pretty decent auction coming up. I will be going through all these coins again. Look at them under the loop. And reverse is clear on this one. Coin number 5, Jim Fletcher. There we go. We got another minor RPM. See if I can get a good view of it. That's about the best I'm going to be able to get without a little angle on the coin. You can see it on this upper and lower serifs. Not a bad start though. So Jim Fletcher gets the first variety in the roll. Hopefully the first of many. I haven't seen but what I think is 3 different dies now in the roll. So right now it's looking like a pretty original roll. Coin number 6 goes to Carl. Carl gets looks to be a normal coin on the obverse. Late die state on the reverse. But nonetheless looks a little bit, not a little bit, totally normal. Coin number 7 goes to Malcolm. And Malcolm gets what looks to be normal. I'm going to hold this aside and look at the loop. I don't think that's a double I, but I'm going to double check it with the loop. Quick view of the reverse. And the reverse looks like a normal 51D reverse. Coin number 8 is for Ant. If you enjoy these videos, I encourage you to subscribe and hit the like button. I do as good as I can. I'm getting more used to it. So hopefully I'll get this stuff all down pat. See, that looks like the same on the eyelid, even though I don't think it is. I think it's a nick or something in the die. But I'm going to hold this aside too. So coin number 9. Coin number 9 goes to Parvis. And Parvis gets what I believe is a normal coin. I believe this is the same as the first 2 coins. All right, coin number 10. Coin number 10 is for Deanne. This looks, I'll tell you on the back, like the same. It is. This is the predominant die in the roll. I got to figure out how to get pointers to work in this. All right, and coin 11. Unless I think it's a die that I haven't seen, I'm going to quit looking at the reverses on these to save a little bit of time. Coin 11 is for Paul Hampton. And Paul Hampton gets one of the little RPMs. So that is the second example. Try and find a marker here for this one. Let me check that. Oh, I guess I don't have my loop here, but I think that's the same. Little nick under the R. Coin number 12 goes to Taco John. These coins are actually pretty nice. A little late die state, but overall in pretty good condition. This is a different RPM, I believe. Let me kind of go in. Oh, that might be a little nick, but it looks like an RPM to me right now. I will check it with the loop to double check. All right, and there's the little nick. So it's actually the same. I think it's just the mint mark's been hit at the top. I think this is the same as the RPM that Jim Fletcher and Paul Hampton got. Coin number 13 goes to Stanley. No RPM. All right, looks good on the obverse. I'm going to give it a quick scan. Didn't recognize that die. All right, looks to be normal for Stanley. Coin 14 is for Jim Fletcher. Jim Fletcher gets, looks to be an earlier die state than most of the coins in here. Let's see what we get on here. Looks to be normal. A little earlier die state on the reverse also. Coin 15. Goes to Mike Birchman. Mike Birchman gets what is not an RPM. Boy, the double die, number one, the FS listed double die is just spectacular on this date. Coin 16 is for Stephen A. And Stephen A gets normal on the date and mint mark. Looks good on Liberty and In God We Trust. This is another one like the two that we got from Malcolm and Ant. I'm going to hold this aside even though I don't believe it is a doubled eyelid. Coin 17 is for Penny Hoarder. And Penny Hoarder gets what is a normal coin for sure. Coin 18 is for Adam Chambers. And Adam gets what looks to be normal. Well, it is normal so far. Coin 19 goes to Klaus. Klaus gets a normal coin. I will be looking, like I said, looking through these through a loop. So if I miss anything during the first run, I will catch it on the second run. Coin 20 for Stanley. Stanley gets normal mint mark. This is the same as the other three that could potentially have an eyelid. Coin 21 for Deanne. And one of the RPMs. See if it's got the little marker under the R, and it does. I'm looking at this little nick right at the base of the R on trust. That's been on all the examples that we've found so far. Coin 22 goes to Eric. Got a nick on the mint mark, but it is normal. Nothing for Eric. Coin 23 goes to Malcolm. And this should be scratch a normal coin. Coin 24. Almost halfway here. Coin 24 was for Taco John. And Taco John gets this coin. Hey, Mo Money. Cool. It's good to see you here. You must have been here before because you've already got a wrench on your name. And that only happens if you've been registered to bid on one of Chuck's auctions. But we appreciate you subbing and watching our videos. Hopefully you can get involved with the community. Got some great people here. Coin 25 goes out to Jim Fletcher. We just use a stereo microscope with an 18 megapixel camera on it. It's a lot to do with lighting and just the microscope itself. If you're actually taking stills, it's easier to get it much nicer than this. All right, we're halfway through the roll. Let me put these over here so we don't have what I refer to as a coin avalanche. Nothing worse than having 25 coins spill on the floor. All right, coin 26 goes to Dennis Paulson. I haven't seen Dennis today. Hope he's feeling all right. Dennis gets what I believe is a normal coin. That's a one we haven't seen yet. So I will look at the reverse on this. Nothing on this reverse. I don't think there's anything listed for the reverse on 51D. I could be wrong though. It's not something that I'm used to seeing. Coin 27 goes to Carl. And this is one of our RPMs. Go up to the R here, and there's the little nick under the first leg of the R. Hey, Donnie Wayne, how you doing today? Did I see that you got new goats? Coin 28 goes to Ant. Hey, Malcolm, how are you doing? Yeah, this is actually like a stereo microscope with true optics, and then the digital camera is mounted on the trinocular mount on top of the actual microscope. We've got 1 RPM coming out of the roll so far to update the people that just joined us. Not a huge major one, but it's good enough definitely to list. And it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far, so we're doing pretty good. Coin 29 goes to Paul Hampton. Yeah, Donnie, your harvesting hay videos are I can't tell you why, but they're extremely satisfying for me. I don't know why. I like watching stuff like that. Of course, my wife likes to watch some Scottish fella that cleans the hoofs of lame cows in Scotland, and she just loves it. Coin 30 goes to Carl. And Carl gets one of the coins that I'm not convinced is a double eyelid, but I'm holding them out. Yeah. Number one, it builds your skills. And a lot of the hard ones you find are in circulated condition. It doesn't hurt at all. I'm not sure what your motivation is for collecting RPMs. Do you want to collect one of everything? If so, getting some uncirculated rolls might be to your advantage, but definitely look through circulated coins for RPMs. I look through everything. The next coin is for Mary. Yeah, I get just as charged. I found an 84, I want to say it was 1D03 about 6 months ago. And that was more thrilling than most of the finds. I've never found a DDO for 1984 before, and it was a pretty nice one. I got a real charge out of it, and it circulated. I've never seen one for sale either. So it's the only one I've really ever seen, besides on the websites. So definitely search your circulated coins. I search everything that goes through my pocket change. Hey, Stonecutter. How you doing today? Coin 32 goes to Ant. There's a great book out there, Striking It Rich with Pocket Change. That'll help you figure out silver stack or flipper. Yeah, I don't do too much silver stacking anymore. I used to have a lot of silver at one point. Back when I actually had a shop. everybody talks about $20 an ounce silver. I can remember buying $3.12 an ounce silver. The new, it not a lot, but it did add some. Yeah, in the next edition, we'll be adding more. Coin 33 is for Taco John. I'm not sure about Ken Potter, but I know that Brian Allen searches a lot of pocket change. And he searches all the dates. See, now this coin I know is a nothing. This is the second one of these. Yeah. That's like I can remember buying all you wanted BU rolls of Roosevelt dimes, and they were $30 a piece. The circulated ones were running about 15, 16. Coin 34 goes to Carl. Yeah, I've found stuff in there that I didn't even know existed until I looked in there. One of our RPMs. See if it's got the nick under the R. Oh, it doesn't. So this one may be a different RPM. Let's take a peek at it. Does it have the die crack over here? It does. Yeah, this is the same. Let's see if I'm missing something here. It just doesn't seem to have that die crack right here. Or the little die nick. I'll have to check this out and make sure it is the same. It might just be a different die state. The coin looks to be a relatively early die state. All right, that coin was for Carl. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I mean, that's even the $50. There's so much to look for in a box of $50. And most people are just rifling through it trying to find silver. Which is not bad in itself. But, man, there is so much that's worth more than silver that comes out of a $50 box. Next coin is for Farm Dog. All right, looks like we got a normal mint mark. I don't recognize this die. It's got a clash. Looks good. Through In God We Trust. Yeah, this is definitely a different die than I'm used to seeing in this roll. So we will go across the reverse real quick. I think we actually might have seen this one once. Nothing to see here for Farm Dog. All right, coin 36. And some of the DDOs are worth a lot of money on the $50 series. I mean, some of them are just, $10 or $20 coins like silver, but some are way rarer. And then again, even the people that are searching are usually only searching for the FS listed double dies, and there are a lot of 71 double dies. 72, I think there's a lot too. Coin 37 goes to Mike Birchman. wish I had that little camera that gets in close where you could actually look at these coins without almost breaking into the molecular structure of the coin. These are actually some pretty clean coins. A little bit on the late die state side, but relatively clean. And it seems to be a nice original roll. Coin 38 goes to Carl. All right, nothing on the date and mint mark in this one. This is one I don't recognize, so we'll scan the reverse. And this is a reverse that I haven't seen, but it is normal. Coin 39 is for Stephen A. And Stephen A gets this. I do, yeah, I search everything that me and my wife get that goes through the house as far as pocket change. I can't tell you how many Class 9 double die reverse nickels and dimes I've found. I've got a stack of them. This coin is a normal coin. I can tell by the die nick right on the lapel there, under the D. I guess that would be considered a gouge. It's pretty deep. Coin 40 goes to Parvis. All right, this is one I don't recognize too. So we will take a scan of the reverse. Pretty late die state coin in general. That's cool. Nickels can be tough to get RPMs off of because, especially in the 50s and 60s, because they use the dies. The nickel's so hard, they use the dies until they everything's like mush. So actually seeing them can be tough unless it's early die state. Yep. We will do the same here, even though we only have a month of winter, if we even have that. It's usually only a couple days. Coin 41 goes to Jim Fletcher. You can search pretty good with the digital endoscope type microscopes. It still sees the splits pretty good. I think the biggest problem with those stereo microscopes is the actual lighting that's involved with them. They are grainy, but I've seen some people get some pretty good pictures with them. Coin 42. I mean, I don't think there's a reason to spend $1,000 on a microscope unless you're really involved in it, or you just have the extra money to blow. I've got a cheaper stereo microscope, and I regret not spending a couple $100 more because I can tell the way the glass is ground on the optics that there's a blurry spot in it. Coin 43 goes to Jim Fletcher. And basically when I called the company, they basically said, well, the cheaper microscopes have cheaper optics. It's all done on a grading system, that the higher grades are going to more expensive microscopes. So seen one of these before. It's probably got a little dial, like either on the front or the side, that you move right or left or up or down. Coin 44 goes to Klaus. I know that the Dino lights are decent digital scopes, but even then, the people that do real well with them have different lighting than what comes with them. 45 goes to Jim Fletcher. Jim Fletcher gets what looks to be normal on the date. The eye, God We Trust, looks normal. And I've seen that die before, so there's no reason to look at the reverse. Coin 46 goes to Deanne. I literally never searched on a microscope until about literally, I don't know, a few months ago. I always searched with a loupe and then took photos with the microscope. All right, Stonecutter, we'll see you soon. I'll be back in about, probably about a half hour after I'm done with this one with 52D. And Stephen A gets an RPM. And this one is different than that other one. But I can tell because right under the R in Trust, there is the little gouge, which is the marker that I'm using to see if it's the same die. But pretty nice clean coins. Like I said, the only detractor I see with them is some of them are late die state. Coin 48 goes to Serig. Serig gets what I know is a normal coin from the markers on it. Earlier die state than most of the coins in the roll, but nonetheless normal. Coin 49 goes to Parvis. It looks like all we're going to get is the RPMs out of here. Not that you expect a lot of other varieties. There's some doubled eyelids and that one doubled die outburst that's like really nice. But there are a lot of nice RPMs for 51. The ones we got are a little bit on the more minor side. Coin 50, the final of the roll, is for Mary. And Mary gets a normal coin. All right, I will be back probably within a half hour or so to start reveal number 476. I'd like to thank you for joining me. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. And I will see you in about a half hour or so. Hope to see you all there. I'll talk to you later. Bye.